Hey guys, it is our homeschool
Start
Q&A.
over because I was being goofy.
Well, we're just gonna roll with it. So it's our homeschool Q&A that we are going to just answer your questions.
Start over.
No.
No.
Seriously?
Timothy, yes.
That's the fun part. Hey guys, welcome to our homeschool Q&A that we told you guys like 2 weeks ago we were going to do. A lot of you guys commented on one of our older videos. We asked you guys just give us the questions that you have as we're kind of experimenting with homeschooling, just a precursor to this. I was homeschooled my entire life, kindergarten through 12th grade. My first day of school was like college, I guess, so that was my experience growing up. And Dana is a
public school the whole way through and totally like was against homeschoolers because they're always weird.
A couple of your questions, we'll dig right into them. First one is from Fanny Fwish. How long are you planning to homeschool them? How many grades?
I don't know. My plan is just to take it 1 year at a time, see how it goes, and yeah. I don't know. I got my certification in pre-K through 4th grade, so I should be able to teach them through then, and who knows?
This is from Blueflower951. How do you keep up the motivation to continue homeschooling?
I don't know.
That's honest.
I did really good the first week. Second week, I slacked off a little bit. Third week, I slacked off a little bit. This week is thankfully review week. Thankfully, yeah, because
the kids are doing fine. They're like already way ahead for where they're supposed to be. So
yeah, so I'm not like
we're not stressing about it.
No.
We can kind of like homeschool and like talk with them just throughout the course of our normal day. So it's not like they have designated school times
that they love. They keep on begging like, "Mom, can we do school?" And I'm like, "Hang on, I need to do da 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 da." And they're the ones that are wanting to do school. So
yeah, but
I need to be more on top of it because of their wanting.
Yeah. So do you get money to pay for the school equipment and supplies, or is it purely out of your own budget?
Own budget. But thankfully, my mom was a preschool teacher, and she has given us a ton of supplies. And she even, like, last year when I was playing around with homeschooling, too, like, she printed off lots and lots and lots of stuff for me. So we didn't have to use our own paper and ink even for that. So that was a huge blessing.
Yeah, and that answers the question, too. Where do you get your lesson ideas and worksheets from? So
Mostly my mom. But then there are 2 websites that are really, really good that I've used, which is 1+1+1=1.net, I think. And then the other one is confessionsofahomeschooler.com.
Sorry. I was singing that URL. Okay. Our Kavripier 57. How is homeschooling different from public school? Well, I went to public school for like just to hang out with my friends. When I was little, when I was younger, like I didn't have to, but I just went because my friends were there and I just hang out with them for the day in their classes and stuff. And I thought it was the biggest waste of time ever. Like I was like, the amount of work you guys actually do in one day here at school, like, is the amount of work I do in like an hour, maybe 2 hours sitting on my bed at home, you know? So I feel like one difference for me is that homeschooling seems like way more efficient with your time anyway. Anything for you?
I don't really know much about homeschooling.
Okay. Are you going in the order of the alphabet in terms of letters of the week? Oh, that's from Allison Hokasima.
I love this question. Thank you for asking that. Last year, I put a ton of time in trying to figure out, like, what order to go in on teaching them, because my mom just told me, she was like, you know what, pick a letter and a number every week, like, just do 1 letter and 1 number and 1 shape or color, for, like, the whole entire week, and so I thought, like, okay, we'll just start with A and go all the way through, but then I Googled it a little bit and found that there are some letters that kids can get the hang of a little bit easier than others. Like the vowels are kind of hard because there are 2 different sounds for those, along with the letter C. And so those are going to be at the end of the year that we'll be doing. So our first letter that we did was B, and then we did J, and then T. And I don't even know what we're going to be doing next week.
Yet.
I will know probably tomorrow. And so... yeah, but those are like easy letters that are easy for them to pronounce. Do the word letters that are easy for them to pronounce first. And also been splitting up like the lowercase b and d and p and q, because those are going to get confusing as well with the kids.
Never even thought about that. This one's from Jira TGS. How do you work with a toddler's short attention span and keep them interested on doing work?
When they're not interested, they can go play. When they're interested, we're doing stuff, because otherwise it doesn't work. I'm not going to force, especially with Zeke. He is not even 3 yet, almost 3. And our little boy, and he's got a lot of energy and wants to play and wants to wrestle and everything. He likes to do schoolwork, but it is for only like a short moment of the day, and he's really into it when he can, but it has to be very hands-on with him as well. And then just kind of going along, like I've noticed like the way that he learns his letters when he goes and sees it on the wall is he'll go and like trace over the letter, and then that's how he like kind of remembers that. So I don't rush him with that. Whenever I see him doing something that's like working with his own brain, let him do that, and then he can come back and refocus. And sometimes with Hannah, even if I see them getting kind of antsy, I'm like, okay, let's put our stuff down, stand up, go in the middle of the room, start spinning circles, doing jumping jacks, doing whatever, like get the wiggles out. This is what I do when I work
too, so it's fine.
So sometimes you just have to take a break and move and wiggle and then refocus. So
yeah, it seems like their attention span's not usually the problem, because they like want to do school, they want to keep going, they keep asking for more. This question's from the Fairy Shoes. Why don't you guys send your kid to public school? Why do you homeschool them? I think there's a lot of different reasons why we're doing this. One is for our family. Like now we have, we're in control of our family's time. We can go do things. We have the freedom to travel. We can take off and go see grandparents. Like someone else isn't dictating our schedule.
we can sleep in.
Well, yeah, definitely that too, but that wasn't really a motivating one. But like, we get to be in charge of what our family does and when we do it this way. 2, we feel, especially when they're younger, like we want to make sure that we're the primary influencers in their lives, and not that there's anything wrong with sending them to other people necessarily, because there's a lot of other positive people out there that can be great influences. But especially right now when they're very young and impressionable, like we feel like it's part of our job, part of our role to make sure that we get that like a really solid foundation underneath our kids before we just release them to, you know, everything that's out in the world. So we're not sheltering them, but we want to make sure that they're strong, and then send them into that when they may be a little bit older and mature and stuff.
FK asks us, so why aren't your kids going to school where they can learn how to make friends?
I think our kids have plenty of friends. I mean, I was homeschooled my entire life, and I never felt like I was ever lacking in friends. I was on sports teams in the public school systems, and there's church
so want to
activities.
crack a joke.
Why? Go ahead.
No, I don't do homeschooling jokes.
But anyway, and Hannah and Zeke, they have friends that they like to play with, and Dana gets together with them and do mom dates and stuff like that. So I don't think you have to go to school to make friends.
Yeah, and spend that much time away from your family to be able to be around peers all day long. I don't know.
Yeah. So
they're with friends like 2 to 3 days a week anyways, so I think that's...
So if you guys have more questions, feel free to comment below with those. And also, we'd love to hear from you guys about if you are homeschooled, do you like it? What do you think the benefits are? Or if you are homeschooling your kids, we'd love to hear what you guys are experiencing with that. And if you're not homeschooled, if you are in public school, do you wish you were homeschooled, or do you like being public schooled? Or, share with us your thoughts down below. And subscribe if this is your first time hanging out with us. We'll be doing a lot more homeschooling videos since that's what we're doing now, and we share our lives with you guys. So thank you for hanging out. Any parting words?
Bye.
We didn't plan this too, as you could tell.
No.
We'll see you guys again. We try to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So
The next
Monday.
day you get a video.
We'll see you on Monday, because this is going up on Friday. Pretty sure.